Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday meditation gathering. I'm so glad you're all here to share this time together. This week we have Nick Arandes who will lead us in meditation, and then we'll have 20 minutes of silence. After that, we're going to open it up for sharing, and we end at 10:45. Over to you, Nick.
Hey, welcome everybody. And this meditation, we call it meditation just because that's a name we're giving to it. But in reality, I would rather not call it anything because this is a way of life rather than something that one do, you see? And you see what I'm getting at. Right now, we cannot deny that we exist. Somehow there's a feeling, there's a sensation that I do exist. That's the famous I am. That's existence, right? There's a problem with that when we take the I am and we add some attributes. I am a body. I am an individual. I am male. I am female. I am good. I am bad. I am pretty. I am ugly. And all of those, believe it or not, if you really look at them, are just simply thoughts. In the same way that I am a thought. As A Course in Miracles talks about that, even the thoughts in your mind they're not really thoughts in your mind, you are in the mind that it's thinking you. So that's why this is abstract, and this is not something for the mind to trap it, but the words are pointing to. So what we're going to do is basically, I'm going to share a practical way to live this experience, kind of like continuing sort of like I was sharing earlier, which you don't have to worry about it because it's going to come out very clearly. Right now, people may say, I have a very agitated mind, where I'm feeling in a particular way, or I'm having a problem and all that kind of stuff. But in reality, the only problem that it's been having is that I never took a time to question who is that I who think is having thoughts, who is that I who think it's feeling something, who is that I who thinks is having a problem. You see, because I'm so already involved in the sensation, in the feeling and everything and the thoughts, that I never gave myself a chance to simply be. And this is what we're going to do in the meditation. So I'm going to use words, just basically just kind of lead through it. And if you feel like, you can close your eyes and you can relax. It can be done with your eyes closed. It can be done with your eyes open, because your life is going to be a meditation, not a practice that you do for a particular period of time. Because that means that there's an I, an individual, who's doing a practice, but then that keeps fueling the belief in the individual. And what we're seeing is that I am not an individual, I am. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes just for the sake of, I don't know, just see what happens. So here's what we're going to do. Right now, I am simply being. When I say I am simply being, I'm talking about everybody. I'm just trying to avoid the you are simply being, we are simply being. Just make it very simple. I am, and that's all there is. It's like the background. It's like the space. I am that space. Remember, I'm not talking to you as a person. It's not that I'm person, I'm a space. I'm simply that I am. It's just that simple. It's very simple. That is always happening in every moment. When I wake up in the morning, I am the space, and it seems like this character wakes up. When I go to bed at night, I'm still being the space. It just seems that this character is going to sleep. When I'm in deep sleep, I am still the space in which it seems like there's someone in deep sleep. And during the day, I am still the space. It just seems like there's someone who is doing things, thinking things, feeling things, but I am. That's all there is. So let's rest in this I am. Now, right now, probably you have your mind filled with thoughts. It's okay. The mind thinks it does not know how to do anything else. The problem is not the thoughts that we're having in their mind. The problem is that we're trying to control them. You see? But in reality, thoughts are like clouds. You look at the sky simply is. It doesn't matter how many clouds it has. Sometimes the cloud seems to be very dense, and sometimes they're very fluffy and thin. But the cloud is just something, it's just nothing more than an image that really has no consistency, no solidity, that appears and disappears. When the mind is not trying to control its thoughts, then thoughts are like clouds. They appear and they disappear. Like everything in this world of illusion, everything appears or seems to appear, and everything disappears. If the mind does not attach itself to any of it, then life simply is, and who you are, who I am, is that life, not this body who think it's living a life. I am life. I am is the way, the truth, and the life. So now you may have a lot of thoughts in your mind. Wonderful. What's wrong with that? Let them be. You may have a feeling, a sensation. It's wonderful. If the sensation is there, it's because it's supposed to be there. If the thought is there, it's because it is supposed to be there. And whatever seems to be happening in the world, if it's happening, it's supposed to be there, because one thing is for certain, that the will of God is the only thing that is done. And if the will of God is the only thing that is done, then whatever seemed to be happening had to be part of God's will. I don't have to understand it. It doesn't matter. I don't know what anything means. Chapter 14, section 11, paragraph 6. When your peace is disturbed in any way, shape, or form, simply do this. I don't know the meaning of anything, including this. Therefore, I do not know how to respond to it. And I will not allow my past to be the light to guide me now. It's meaning that I will not allow whatever I have learned, beginning from the belief I am as individual, to tell me what should I do or don't do. So now you're resting. See, this is meditation. And what you will notice is that when you don't try to control things, they all can continue its course naturally. Yes, there will be times where the mind seems to be more agitated. And there will be times that it won't. It doesn't matter, because I am the space. And this is what I don't want you to lose sight of it in any moment. And this doesn't require any effort, doesn't require anything, because it's simply what is. And then when a thought comes in, that's one thing. But the mind begins to give a meaning to it. That's why the Course keeps reminding us from the very beginning, nothing means anything. Because the meaning that the mind gives to the thought is what eventually turns into suffering or an emotional content. But you see, all that is simply the mind doing that to keep holding on to the belief that I am this body. You see? But I am the space. And the difference is that when I'm resting in that space, which is to me what I refer to as meditation, yes, feelings will come up. Yes, thoughts will come up. Yes, situations will come up. That's part of the movie. But the mind is not fabricating a story that says, oh, I am this body. These are my thoughts. These are my feelings. No, they're just feelings. They're just thoughts. And even this body is just another projection. This is not so that you can understand it with the mind, but this is the limitation of language, and words are using to point towards that which already is. That's what the Course in Miracles states very clear, that this course will lead you to knowledge, but that is beyond the scope of this, of what the course can teach. And it makes no sense to try to talk about something that is beyond words. So I'm using words, but not so that you can go, oh, I got it. No, 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 no. I'm using words to dismantle what I have, quote unquote, learned, what I thought to be true, because nothing is true. Because truth is what I am. So now what we're doing is just simply being, that's all. Let the thoughts be. They have all the right to be there, because if I'm love, and love is all that there is, one thing about love is that love resists nothing. I say it again. Love resists nothing. So every thought that I have is welcome because love has allowed it. Every feeling that I have is welcome because love has allowed it. And everything that is happening in the quote unquote world, it doesn't matter how it looks like, it's allowed because love has allowed it. Otherwise, it would not be there, because once again, the will of God cannot be override. My job is not to judge what's happening. It's not to judge what the thoughts are happening. It's not to judge the feelings. My job is, again, remember that I know nothing. That's all. This is how simple. That's what Jesus says in the Course in Miracles. If you're willing to renounce to be the guardian of your thought system and offer it to me, I will correct it very gently and lead you back to God. Is to say, if you know that you know nothing and just be there, I will correct your thought system. You don't have to do the correction. Don't try to play my role. I will correct it and lead you back to the place where you are right now. The only reason why you think you're somewhere else is because you think you're that body. You look around and you say, oh, that's my world. Then you look at your thoughts, oh, these are my thoughts. Then you look at the feelings, oh, these are my feelings. And then the interpretation comes in, and God is saying, look, it's simple. You are already in bed dreaming a dream. That's what the Course states. You are at home in God right now, dreaming of exile, but perfectly capable to return to the reality that you are. And that's why there's nothing to do. I'm not going to ask you to do anything with your mind. I'm not going to ask you to do anything. I'm just simply reminding you that take a deep breath and just be. And with this attitude, I don't know anything. I'm okay with what is, and I am not going to resist anything that is taking place. That attitude only is all that the Holy Spirit is asking me so that He can do the work. That's it. There's no science to this. All the Course in Miracles is trying to tell me, you're dreaming a dream, you think you are this body, because remember, the Course is not talking to the person. There's no one here. The Course is talking to the mind that it seems to be dreaming the dream. So all I have to do is get out of the way. Just get out of the mind. If you want to know God, you must be out of your mind. What does it mean? It's very simple. It's just knowing that I don't know. Why am I saying these words today on an apparent Wednesday morning? I don't know. This is just what's happening. That's it. And that's all there is to it. And that's how we rest in peace. In the peace that I am, not the peace that I'm seeking. Not the peace that I think I'm going to get if I do this or if I do that, or the world changes, or if I feel this way, or the thoughts goes out of way. No, just let it all be. Just let it be. And in that space is how I rest, and the love that I am reveals itself. Because in reality, it doesn't have to reveal itself. It's already there. As the Course in Miracles reminds us, we're not trying to find love. You are love. Just allowing the obstacles to be removed. And how do I do so? Very simple. Remembering in each moment that I know nothing and just being. That's all I'm asking. That's all. No, nothing else. Nothing else to do. It's all perfect. I don't have to understand it. I'm just simply trusting that there's a plan. As the Course in Miracles says, everything works together for good. Only the ego's perspective is the one that says this should or shouldn't be. I don't know. All I know is that whatever seems to be happening is perfect. I don't resist anything. I love everything, because love is not what I have. It's not what I seek. It's not even something I give. Love is what I am.
Open your eyes slowly and come back into the room. We have 11 minutes left for sharing your reflections and your questions for Nick. If you'd like to speak, raise your hand or use the reactions button at the bottom of the screen, and I will invite you to take yourself off mute. And if you'd like to say something with confidentiality, you can put your message in the chat function and I'll read it out. Okay, Norman and then Linda.
I would just like to say to Nick that if you were anywhere near me, I would just hug you to death. You better watch out if I ever do meet you. With these meetings, I feel these days are designed just for me. And everything that you said before that meditation started just was exactly what I needed at this exact moment in time. And words fail me. I wish I was much more eloquent, that I could describe it. But just my waking dream this morning concerned my ego life. Before I went to bed, I thought, I've lived an ego life of 76 years. It's no wonder I'm having trouble getting rid of it, because it is me. And I knew that the I am that I am was in there somewhere. And it pops out at all the times in my life. And I have just been in denial that it was doing everything for me. I wouldn't let go and let God. But, what you've just said brings it all into focus. And the dream I had this morning was that my ego me was a desert. Now, it had flowered a while, but it was dying off. But underneath all that, there was a massive big pipeline full of love, and it was sending up new shoots, and it was lovely wee flowers and things starting to grow. And I hadn't made any sense of that. It takes a while to figure out these dreams, but as I say, it's just unbelievable. So I just can't thank you enough. I think I'm going to try now.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
Linda, would you like to share?
Yes, thank you, Nick. That was amazing, because I've had two experiences this morning. One, I was in the bathroom, and these things happen usually around water. All through my life, there's always water. And I was in the bathroom, and my four children, they've got sibling big rivalries. And I saw my youngest son, who's got mental health issues. He was huge, and he was light, and he was this love, this massive light.
Yeah.
I can still see it now, and my hands are tingling. And then it went to my other three children, and I'm still thinking and see it. And then the other son came back from holiday. I had a lot of washing. I did it all last night and took it to the laundrette this morning because it was raining. I went to dry it. I left a bit later, so it's coming up to 8 o'clock. And around these roundabouts, one side goes to the A14, excuse me, and the other lane goes straight on and to the other lane to 14. There's always room for two cars. I've only got a Honda Jazz, and this red car came up beside of me. It was like a Fiat. It was only a small car, and it'd start bibbing, bib at me. It wouldn't leave off. And I realised that was for me. That's for me. And I didn't react in any way. I was watching it. I was observing this. Wow. And then she draws up a bit beside me, smacks my wing mirror, and she's only got a little car. There's plenty of room for 2 cars. Smacks my wing mirror in, and I'm still observing. This is not, I'm in a nothingness zone. Then she winds a window down and starts shouting all the sign languages, and I'm still as calm. There was nothing. Calm didn't even enter it. I was in a nothing observing zone. And I then saw her as love. And those I'm saying, I'm sending you love, but I am love. There is only love. And then my side went faster, and I left her. But I'm sending her and thinking of her with love on the way there, and thinking that was road rage. I've never experienced anything like it, but I was exactly what you've said today is where I was. It was wonderful. Thank you so much for my experience and you confirming that there is nothing else. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for what you have shared, because that will be a perfect example to now we understand why the Course in Miracles says that love is the only thing that there is. And what you saw, if you take the label of road rage, it is a call for love.
That's right.
The reason why you can see it as a call for love is because you are not identified with the fear and the label.
Yeah.
That's why. So everything is love, and that which seems to not be is a call for love, because all there is love.
Yeah.
That was wonderful. Thank you for the sharing.
Yeah, thank you so much for confirming what I've had this morning. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mercy, would you like to share?
Good morning, everyone. Me alegro mucho de verte, Nick. It's really nice to see you, because today when I open, I say, I am confused the page. And then suddenly I listen your words. I appreciate so much. I feel so deep. And then only thanks, gracias, because I don't know. And it's simple. I am love. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
There's a message in here in chat. It says, thank you so much, dear Norman and Linda. Love to you. And then another says, Norman, love from your heart spoke volumes. Thank you for sharing. And who'd like to share?
Hello?
Hello, yes, hi.
Hello, it's Jill here.
Hi, Jill.
Hi, I'm on the phone again. What came to me as Linda was talking about her children in the bathroom, and she saw them as light, was, and then she then went on to the road rage or the call for love situation. And as Nick said, it was a call for love. But when I went back to her original story in the bath, I thought that, you know, the Course of Miracles, I will there be light. So it was like a call for light. Okay, so it was a call, we'll look at it as a call for light, the bathroom situation. Okay, just a thought that came to me. I will there be light had a different meaning. I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who'd like to share? Jim, take yourself off mute.
Yes, thank you, Dan, and thank you very much, Nick. I just love the passion that flows through you when you speak of the Course and the truth. I don't really have much else to say, but I really appreciate this morning's meditation to have what is just simple, the truth, spoken so clearly and passionately is amazing. And I just thank you as others have. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, Nick, thank you. That was wonderful. So got so much out of it, and thank you everyone for being here today and sharing this time together. Take yourself off mute and show your appreciation to Nick.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone.
Thanks. Thanks, Nick.
Wonderful as usual. Bye bye.
Thank you, Nick.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Wonderful.